Hey, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Clayton County Middle School Championship Football here at 58 Live. I'm Bo McMichael, and right around 5:30 kickoff, we're about 13 minutes away. We'll get things started here with the Kendrick Comets taking on the Eddie White Wolves. Once again, I'm Bo McMichael, live here on Score 58 Network. We'll be right back, getting ready for the kickoff. Eddie White just showed up. Hey, I'll give you a little insight to see what you're getting yourself into here on Score 58. We're going to be running 4 camera angles. Somebody called ESPN and said we want our money back, and they're not going to get it back. So we're going to get you an end zone camera, some little red zone views, and then a good old-fashioned press box. So with no further ado, we'll be right back here shortly here on the Score 58 Network. I'm Bo McMichael. Glad to have you with us here on a Championship Tuesday out of Clayton County, Georgia.
say. I took a deep breath. I looked at my friends. I was like, it's about to go down.
What the swing of the batter, a strikeout at home plate, no missing the action. There ain't no wait. The commentary keep you valiant through laughs and analysis of the competition, posting offline statuses. 58 live touches down, it's a score. In the red zone, tackle 7 more. You know it's a slam dunk, it's a shooting the score. You know the outcome, no defender can stop what's in store. 58 live at the helm is the best in. 58 live at the helm is the best in. 58 live in the building. Best crew out there filming. 58 live in the building. Best crew out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Terra Stadium, Hines Ward Field. I'm Bo McMichael here on the Score 58 Network, bringing you championship action on Tuesday. Glad to have everybody with us. It's always nice to get the sights and sounds of the game and getting everything going here shortly. We are about, give or take, 5 minutes away from the kickoff. So sit back and enjoy. We'll be right ready for the coin toss and get started. Thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you got to love when the mics are close to everybody else in the world, but the people that need to make sure the mics are there. We'll get all that squared away here. We are roughly about a minute away from doing the coin toss. Great matchup here today out of Clayton County, Georgia. That is in the South Metro Atlanta area. We got the Kendrick Comets, who are located out of Jonesboro/Riverdale. Somebody would argue with me on that one. I would say, hey, put them up. And you got Eddie White Middle School down in Lovejoy, Georgia. Eddie White's been in existence for roughly about 10 years. I could not even begin to tell you about Kendrick and how long they've been there. We look forward to bringing this game to you, trying to get you some sights and sound of the game. So I'm working on that production piece right now. It's always nice to hear the whistle blow. Should be a great game. Two great semifinal matchups. If you had a chance to watch it last week, it was very exciting to see the outcome. One game went into overtime, and one game was really decisively finished by the third quarter. So it's going to be interesting to see how that takes place. Both teams have white helmets. The white jerseys of Eddie White you can see on the screen here. When I clear that out of the way, you'll have an idea. Kendrick got here early. Eddie White's always got to make sure they're coming down from South Clayton County. So, it's a good 4 or 5 hour drive on the back road. So, for those people that know that I'm joking, hang in there. Should be a lot of fun here. Hopefully you're sitting back watching a little football on a Tuesday. Can't really argue with that, especially when you get these two wonderful middle schools. They had last year off. So they did not play last year with the pandemic, mainly because of the homeschooling and everything else that had took place. A lot of these teams get this opportunity this year to finish the game. And late in May, late in November, but it's still fun. Don't worry about it. That's not a giant walking across the screen. We're just at a lower level. Don't be nervous that Giants have gotten involved in Terra Stadium at this point. As you can see, we have multiple shots and angles that we're going to be able to bring to you. Got Robert Reed on the end zone camera. We got Sage Benson on our 20 camera. And we also got our James Farr on our 20-yard line camera, and Bobby Bryant doing our mid-level. Scoreboard's being operated by Teddy Robinson, and our producer on the day is Maya Barrett with score, and dealing with Bo all in general is Jennifer Colbert here live in the office. Hopefully we'll bring another announcer here to you shortly when he gets off of basketball practice, but we'll deal with what we have on that part. Should be a lot of fun. We're glad you could join us here on a wonderful Tuesday. Once again, I'm Bo McMichael here on the Score 58 Network.
GHSA and its member schools have made a commitment to promote good sportsmanship by student-athletes, coaches, and spectators at all GHSA athletic events. Profanity, degrading remarks, and intimidating actions directed at officials or competitors will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the event site. Spectators are not allowed to enter the competition area during warm-ups or while the contest is being conducted. Thank you for your cooperation in the promotion of good sportsmanship at tonight's event.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, ready for the kickoff here or get it from the coin toss. We got number 1 from the Kendrick Comets. That's the running back, Joshua Walters. And we got number 2, number 40, and number 70. Oh, what would you say, 72? How much? Oh, there we go, better angle. 72 and number 6 for Eddie White Middle School. Coin toss goes up. Kendrick's going to be able to make the call. He does make the call for the white cap. And they say, hey, we want the ball. You can get behind me here. Let's get this thing squared away and set up. Kendrick says, hey, we're going to defer. And Eddie White says, we want the ball. We want the ball. We do. We want the ball. So let's get this party started very quickly. Glad to have everybody with us here. going to roll the scoreboard down and get everything else taken care of. Get the national anthem going, and I'll take a moment and kill my mic.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Clayton County Middle School Championship Football. I'm Bo McMichael here on the Score 58 Network. Kickoff's right around the corner. The Kendrick Comets taking on the Eddie White Wolfpack. Hey, glad to have us all together enjoying watching this nice little wonderful broadcast here on a wonderful Tuesday evening. How many times can one person say wonderful? I'm at 7 at this point. Hang with me. It might get better. Once again, Kendrick Comets in the Vegas gold and the Navy numbers, where Eddie White's wearing the white jerseys and the purple. They're getting ready for the kickoff. Eddie White will receive. Kendrick did defer. Got the clock up. 8 minutes are the quarters. We'll have a little keys to the game here shortly. Nice end zone camera coming out of this kickoff. We will talk about the keys to the game, but also talk about the chance of the starting lineup here for Kendrick and who is leading the Kendrick Comets at quarterback. Nice little onside kick, and they're going to say, hey, we're going to take it at the 50. And boom, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, we have our quarterback starting the game right now. Whew. It's always nice to get things going and knowing where we're capable. But Kendrick Comets brought to you by number 8, who's the quarterback, Montavious Johnson. He will be leading the Comets.
Eddie White will take over on their own 49-yard line, 1st and 10.
First and 10. Once again, 8-minute quarters here. We're early in the first quarter. Possession arrow in the sign of Eddie White. Right on the 50-yard line, number 7. I did the wrong quarterback. I'll get that caught up here quickly. I was talking the Kendrick quarterback, and that I meant to say the Eddie White quarterback. Eddie White quarterback, number 7, leading the Wolves. Once again, it's always funny. Everything can work perfectly broadcast-wise until everything starts, and you really don't necessarily know how things are going to necessarily play out until that happens. Here we go. Second down and about 7. Number 4, Eddie White, taking it around the river bend all the way down to about the 15-yard line. That is number 2, Lucius Murray. No, Lucius Murray. He also plays linebacker. I will make sure I read this much better. I got myself an overachieving nerdness. I put the offense and the defense starting out there. Lucius Murray, number 2, around the corner for a good 30-yard gain. Ryan Henson. Hand off to number 2. Defense just taking it down, number 65. Good to 64. Alvin Turner. I cannot wait to watch him play at the next level in high school. If you are a Kendrick comment and you're heading over there, if you're a high school coach in that area, a.k.a. Rodney Hackney, Floyd from Jonesboro, Riverdale, keep an eye on him. He's going to be a heck of a defensive player. Eddie White inside the Score 58 red zone. If they don't score on this one, I'll give us the logo for the red zone. I apologize. I'm a little slow in the process. Quick screen out. Ball's on the ground. Going to be incomplete pass. But, hey, no need to not bring up the red zone here. We're at the Score 58 net red zone. Anytime they enter inside the 20-yard line, you'll see that wonderful logo. It's 3rd and 10 for the Wolves. 3rd and 10 for the Wolves. That's courtesy of Teddy Robinson working the scoreboard here. That's pretty good on that part. I like that. Hopefully we'll get all our bugs out of the way after this first series. 3rd and 10. I would think in the middle school world, field goals are far and few between, so we'll see what they can do. Is this a 2-down position here? Quarterback going to take it all the way around to about the 5-yard line and enough to bully him. No, he's going to say he stepped out about the 4-yard line. Going to say he stepped out of the 4-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Eddie White Wolves. Taking it to the outside, number 13 for Eddie White, enough to hit the corner, and it's going to give him 6 right here early in the game. Number 13, Chance Gilbert for Eddie White. Everybody's got to get the train whistles involved right now. Just like that. Got a great touchdown by number 13. Chance Gilbert. Congratulations, Chance, on getting that first score here for Eddie White. 6 points on the board. Touchdown it is. 5:52 remaining, 5:56 remaining. They'll be going for 2 here. Handoff straight up the middle. Nobody's going to get him. They gave him 2 points right there. Number 4, Corey Ward. I'll tell you one thing. Whew. He was running with a full steam right there coming into that. Just like that, we're going to start. You know, it's a little late as much as Eddie White came out. I mean, they were able to stop him a couple times. Kendrick was. But let's talk a little bit about we have an opportunity here. Let's talk a little bit about keys to the game here on Score 58 Network. Right now, I look at Kendrick. They're number one thing from a key to the game is how they're going to respond to Eddie White's just offense straight down the field. That's what you want to see, what's going to happen in that direction, and see actually how it plays out. That's the first thing that goes to my mind. Can they respond? I don't think that, they started at a half field, starting it on the 50-yard line, trying for kind of a dribbler. We're going to see if we got a kickoff team here for Eddie White. Away we go. This one's booted a little bit more deeper. All the way down to about the 10-yard line. It's going to dribble all the way down. Kendrick's going to get it at the 5. He's going to try to take it around the corner. Unsuccessful. Gets it out about the 9-yard line. And that's where we're going to see the quarterback for the Kendrick Comets take into action. Quarterback for the Kendrick Comets, Montavious Johnson. Montavious leads the Comets out, and they got a lot of big field to gain back here. They need to find some way to put a 90-yard drive here and score this and tie this game back up here. Almost halfway through the first quarter, 5:48 remaining, 8-0. Eddie White. Kendrick's got the ball on the 9-yard line. Defense came in strong on that play. Nothing provided at this point.
Joshua Walters on the carry and on the tackle, number 1, Timothy Sims.
We're live here at Terra Stadium.
Loss of a couple yards on the play. Second and
Hines Ward Field, named after the Hall of Famer, Super Bowl champion, Hines Ward, who found his residence here at Forest Park High School, played for the Panthers in the mid-2000s, or the mid-1990s. As you can hear the Coke opening up in the background, we are close to stands. Gets me a little thirsty as well. Second down and about 12 for Kendrick. Trying to find something, unsuccessful at this point. Number 8 said, I don't think so. Bottom line is, that could be number 9. Got to pull their jersey down. Kendrick's going to call a timeout. Just like that, we'll have a station identification, and we'll be right back. So that's Kendrick's first time out. They'll still have 2 remaining. 4:38 remaining here in the first quarter. Head coach for the Eddie White Wolves, Adrian Belton, and the head coach for the Kendrick Comets, Coach Barry Ross. Well, they definitely have to do something here on 3rd down and 13, because I worry about punting this deep in your own territory. But Eddie White's defense has definitely come to play. Ball's on the ground. Quarterback didn't want to have anything to do with it. They're going to pick it up, and it looks like Kendrick's going to get a touchdown, not a safety, a touchdown. I don't see how that's a – unless, Kendrick recovered it. That's how it'd be. I was a little worried about that on that part. Well, bad snap led to a 2-point safety. Now leads your score 10-0, not 14. No worries there. We'll get it. There we go. 10-0. Safety's 2 points, and they'll punt from the 20-yard line. They have not started off well. I tell you one thing, we're going to find out if they can punt. We didn't get that chance on the 4th down play. We're going to get our chance now. Biggest thing you got to deal with is adversity right now. You're down 10-0 early in the ball game. The one thing you don't want to do is get your head held high. Head held low at no point. It's always about the chin up process, and let's get that chin up and see what can happen here. They're not going to have to punt. They can actually kick off from that position. Once again, I'm trying to figure out their philosophy on that. Want to work on that onside kick if that's the case. If not, we want to boot. Maybe they're just realizing coverage is not their forte. And if they can't cover the ball, let's not worry about that in that situation. Well, it's 10-0. Eddie White has a chance to add on to this score here in Jonesboro, Georgia. Clayton County Championship Middle School 2021. Will it be the Eddie White Wolves in purple-white jersey, or will it be the Kendrick Comets getting Vegas on us right here with their navy pants? Looks like looks Charles Drewish, so that's awesome. We don't really have any purple colors in Clayton County other than Eddie White. Quick handoff to number 4. He's taking it to the outside, finding a way to cut up. Great effort by number 4. Number 4, Corey Orr for Eddie White. You always like when you do something technology-wise and it does not work out to your advantage. So I did not expect that to happen. Ball's on the ground. Great turnover by by Kendrick. Number 2 on defense. That is Janie Miles. Strong safety comes in there for the fumble recovery. Possession arrow back to Kendrick. Kendrick's got better field position. That's all you got to do is have a little effort, see what's going to happen. Something might change in your ways. It's always nice when that can happen. My silence is that I'm trying to figure out some things. Also that I like to listen to the sounds of the game. 3:51 remaining, quick handoff. We got to get some line blocking up front if there's going to be a ball game here today, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie White is really controlling the line of scrimmage, hands down. It's going to be 2nd down and maybe 9, depending on how nice the refs are. My scorekeeper, she was like, no, they didn't get anything. It's 2nd down and 10. I don't know what they're saying. Hey, but they did say it was 9. That's good. They not blaming anybody but myself right there, so that's good. 2nd down and a long 9. Look like some movement. They're not going to throw a flag, but no movement from that defensive line. That defensive line is coming off the ball hard and fast, and they're just not able to do anything at this point. Third and 7. 2 minutes and some change remaining here in the first quarter of this championship game. Quick handoff. Can he get to the outside? He cuts it back up with a gain of about maybe 1 yard. It's going to be 4th down and 6 for Kendrick.
Miles on the carry. Tackle made by number 9, Dakari Farley.
I'm Bo McMichael here on the Score 58 Network, 58 Live, bringing you a championship play out of Clayton County, Georgia. A little Tuesday football. It's kind of nice. I get to take a breather here. We're about to start high school playoffs here on Thursday night in Georgia. So other than a basketball game, the Forest Park Varsity Panthers ladies All right, taking on Woodland in a scrimmage tonight. It's quiet on the western front. What are we going to call here? White cap. Flag on the play. Offsides on Kendrick. Offsides on Eddie White. That'll be 5 yards. Still going to be a 4th down, but it's going to be a better 4th down. 4th down and possibly 1 yard to go.
Brings up a 4th and short for the Comets. Turnover on downs. And on the tackle, number 35, Michael McGee.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, switch over on downs here. Still working out the old technical issues, making sure everything works properly. Eddie White has the ball. Suddenly we're going to add another voice so you don't have to necessarily hear me. Craig Chapman, how you doing today, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, hey, man, it is 10-0. I could tell you, I could ask you to guess at different ways that they got 10. But I'm not going to give that to you. Eddie White opened the game getting the ball, and they went straight down the field on about a 6-play drive and scored a touchdown very easily to the point that about a 30-yard drive by number 4, a 30-yard run by number 4. They went for 2, got for 2. Then a good kickoff at the end, or the kickoff went down to about the 5-yard line. No return.
Okay.
3 plays later, safety. Yep.
Well,
And that's where we're at, 10-0 here. But they did. Eddie White, last time they had the ball, they fumbled and gave it back to Kendrick. Kendrick was not able to do anything with it, and this is where we're at. 18, right up the middle, going to take it, looks like, to
That's
the
a
house.
touchdown.
It is. Give it to him.
That's Jacoby Beasley on the cutback run right there, making it 16-0 for Eddie White here with 58 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Was that number 18?
Number 18.
Yeah. We do have nice headshots, everybody, so if I get an opportunity to bring somebody up on the screen, I always want that to be the case. So, hey, and if I can't, then it's nice, awesome. Only me. Only me.
So Eddie White lines up for the conversion right here. It's like 2 tight ends, strong pistol backfield, quarterback keep to the right and hit at about the 2, and is going to fall down at the 2. And that will be no good on the try, so the score will remain 16-0. Eddie White over Kendrick. And 58 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. You're not out of the game if you're Kendrick, but you got to start doing something on offense.
And they're just not able to. That defensive front for Eddie White is being just dominating up front, where they're not able to put anything together from a run perspective, and that's really what's coming into it on this part. That's a great picture, number 18 here for Eddie White. And that's our second touchdown of the night. I'll head back to the score.
Eddie White's got some interesting uniforms. Like them.
Yeah, well, they're just white helmets,
I
white
like 'em.
jersey, white pants.
Simple.
Purple numbers, little teal outline.
There's the kick be taken at the 18. Going to be tackled at about the 24, 23-yard line, and we have a flag on the ground right here. Looks like it's going to go against Kendrick. Well, okay, never mind. He just changed it.
He can't make his mind up. It's okay.
Well, you know, I'm not saying anything today.
No, you be quiet.
I will not.
No, you're fine on that part. You're doing a good job.
We got a dead ball, unsportsmanlike right there on Eddie White, and that'll give him 15 more. So that'll put the ball in play 1st and 10. The ball will be at the 40.
Tackle made by number 2, Lucius Murray.
According to where they marked that off from. So Kendrick will play right here, trailing by 16. 54 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
On their own 40-yard line.
Ball's on the left hash. It'll be 1st and 10. That return was by Miles.
Number 2, correct?
Absolutely. Kendrick comes out here. It's like 2 tight ends, tight double wing look. There's the snap. Looks like there was a trouble handling the snap. We're going to get a false start call right here. And it'll back it up 5, and it'll be 1st and 15 right here for the Comets.
False start against Kendrick.
And if you've never been in a championship game
And down 16 to
and
nothing.
have stuff go wrong in a hurry,
In a hurry.
let me
First
just
quarter
tell you
line.
something. It is not the best feeling in the world.
No, and you've been waiting the whole year, and you come out and realistically get 10 put on you before you can blink the
Yeah,
eye.
it's
You know, and now you're sitting at 16, and you're hoping something can come of it where it's not going to get out of hand very quickly.
yeah. You need something to change the momentum right here. You need a big run. If you've got anything in your playbook that might be a little bit different, now might be a good time to run it. So looks like they've gone to a 4 surface over here with a wing, and they're going to get false start again.
Well, they're having a hard time with center quarterback exchange right
I
now.
want Coach Collins would be all over it,
Well,
wouldn't he?
he would just hit that keys to the game and say, hey, this is what we have right here.
No, it looks like the snap counts.
That's why I think it's not necessarily the snap count. I think it's the center getting that ball to the quarterback.
Yeah, I'm just saying that everybody was moving that time and the ball wasn't moving.
No.
And here comes a timeout for Kendrick right here.
That's their second timeout. Just like that, we'll take a quick station identification. I'm Bo McMichael here on the Score 58 Network.
Yeah, I'm good. Got through the school today, and I was getting ready to go pick up Cheyenne from her HOSA meeting to go to practice. And Amy called me and said, tire's flat. I had to go get it done. Then I took it up to the place, and the guy was like, there's nothing wrong with this tire. So we're going to see what happens.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming back after a timeout here. Coach, what do you, I mean, you kind of laid it out, the groundwork here. It's 1st down and 15. The good thing is it's 1st down.
Oh, it's 1st and 20 now because they've had back-to-back
I'm
penalties.
just reading what my scoreboard says. It's all right. You know, it's 1st and 20, back-to-back offsides penalties.
Yeah,
Or illegal procedures, not offsides, sorry.
You get the 16 to down 16 to nothing's one thing. You know, that's bad enough, but down 16 to nothing and not being able to function in the most normal way that you've been doing all year, that's probably the most frustrating thing coming from the sideline. You got plenty of time, but you got to do something here on offense, and if that means, you're going to have to run a counter or something of that nature, but they were going jet right there.
Well, it's all about having speed, too,
Yeah.
because if you can't get to the outside, this defense from Eddie White looks for real.
Yep, so –
I mean, if you're anything from the Lovejoy world, you're kind of smiling.
yeah, you got to be. And they tried to run a little jet off the, right, tackle right there, and that's just swarmed under.
And nothing there.
And they're getting no push up front on the offensive line right now. And Eddie White's got 11 people within 5 yards of the football.
2nd and long for the Comets.
So it's going to bring up 2nd down and about 23.
Remaining seconds here in the first quarter.
They're going to let this thing run down, give themselves a chance to talk about it.
Quarterback number 8, Johnson's going to go ahead and go to the sidelines right here. And we'll take a moment as well. We'll be right back here on the Score 58 Network. All right, ladies and gentlemen, back here, start of the second quarter. 5:30 was our kickoff. I'm Bo McMichael with Jennifer Colbert, bringing you Craig Chapman and the Score 58 crew here on 58 Live.
Kendrick back to the ball right here, second down and 23. Unbalanced look to the right.
They're trying to get everything set here to start of the game. Second quarter is always fun to get things going. Best memory you ever had of middle school football there, Craig?
Didn't play. Never played a snap in middle school football.
Really?
Did not.
I did not know that.
Played in 7th grade and 8th grade. I stayed.
Played with the Blackhawks.
Played with the Blackhawks.
I did not know that.
First time I ever took a snap outside of Riverdale Athletic Association was spring practice at Lovejoy High School.
Okay. Yeah, that was a nice little curveball, I thought, in the back of my mind.
Nope.
So
now they've switched it to 4 solid surface to the left right here.
I've got to do better investigation.
We almost had a center from the guard. Inside give right here and met at the hole right there.
Nothing's there.
I mean, got back to the line, maybe one.
That.
It's going to bring up 3rd down and 22.
So what do you call right here if you're a running team? If that's what your focus is, and that's what we've really seen from Eddie White at this point. Not Eddie White.
I'm probably going to call something that I liked what they did right there. Tried to ISO a little bit to the strong side. If you've got anything where you fake that and run a reverse, but what's happening right here is you can see the corners and everybody up. They've got, they've reduced down everybody. We got movement again, and that's going to back it up to 3rd down and 27. Now, being in this situation right here, this might be a good time to run inside trap, dive, and we will get right back to this thing. And, trying to do something quick, get a quick hitter. There's so many people close to the line of scrimmage that if you can run past, if you can hit something quick and pop it, then you got a chance to get by them. And, that's about what you got to do right here. You don't have anything where it can be really long developing, because if it does, you're not going to get it off. So there's the snap. Ball's on the ground. I think it'll be recovered by the fullback, number 9, Oscar Gutierrez. And it should bring up a punting situation right here for Kendrick. And anything that can go wrong right now will go wrong for the Comets. And it's just one of those things. They need something right here to kind of turn this momentum around and kind of loosen it up. So they have some running lanes right here. So we got a wildcat look right here. And we jumped again. And it's going to be 5 more yards. So Kendrick will back it up 5 more.
It just seems like the drive never is going to end at this point.
Well, I mean, and these are the things that as a coach, when I'm watching it, you just hate to see this, because they didn't play like this during the year.
No, but the most interesting thing is you get that opportunity to get footage. And we filmed for both of these teams, so they had an opportunity to see both of these and be able to work their game plans out.
Well, and then sometimes it just goes all wrong. Oh, bad snap. And that's going to be another safety.
2 safeties in a game.
And this right here is, if you've never been to the thing where everything goes wrong, I'm speaking from experience. Last year we were in a state championship game, and we get a turnover, have a guy running wide open down the middle of the field, hit him in the hands. He drops it. The next play, we fumble. They score. We get the ball back. We throw an interception. They return it for a touchdown. We get the ball back. The next play, we throw an interception. They return it for a touchdown. It went from what should have been a 7-0 lead to being down 21-0 in about 45 seconds. So Kendrick right now will kick off from the 20 on the free kick. A lot of people up close. Looks like this could be an onside kick.
Something that I haven't been able to tell you. That's what they do. They kick onside kicks.
All right. I'm in favor of that now.
But even with the 20-yard line, they kind of booted it up a little bit further. First down and 10.
So everybody's ready. Here comes the kick, and it's going to roll out. It's going 10 yards. It's on the ground. It'll be recovered.
That was probably the best squibbler we've had all game. That they had an opportunity to put a little spin on the ball, hopefully to jump down on it.
Number 3 right there, Jalen Williams. On the recovery. Eddie White will take over first down and 10. Ball will be at the Comet 36-yard line. Now, I have a question for you, Bo.
All right, man.
Do the sixth graders get to play in this game now?
The answer is yes. 6th, 7th, and 8th graders all can play on the middle school games.
Well, that's good.
There's not a certain division. Now, last year, the 8th graders were able to come up in Clayton County and play at high school level because there was no middle school ball in that situation. But early on, when I first –
that is holding on the edge, but that is a quick screen down the sideline, 36 yards to number 2 right there. And that is Lucius Murray for the touchdown unless there is a flag on the play. And since I don't see any celebration, I'm assuming there is a flag on the play. Just a really simple stood up and threw it out on a little quick screen, kind of a bubble screen. They want to know what number the holding was on, and it was on the outside receiver.
Well, you're not allowed to do that?
Well, only in the NFL at certain points in the game.
All right, I hear you.
Which means anywhere between the first and the last 2 minutes in the fourth. Then it becomes holding. So back it up. It'll be first down. Ball will be placed at the 40, so it'll be 1st and 14 right here.
Because they did it from the spot of the foul,
yes,
correct?
Sir.
All right.
We're going to have pro set out of the gun, a little crisscross. Quarterback keeps it. Going to try to turn the corner over there. Nice job by the Comet defense. Tackle made by big number 96 right there. That's Henri Boykin.
Get a little freeze up here. It'll catch back up to us right now. Good old-fashioned technology when we're trying to film out of a stadium. Certain things get a little washy, so we'll get ourselves right back up to action here. 2nd down and about 12 for Eddie White.
So Eddie White breaks the huddle. Going to put tight end to the left, slot to the right. Single back gun look, back switches to the left of the quarterback. Here comes the quick screen out, and it's over, and that's a backwards pass.
That is so a live ball. That is so a live ball.
And they called it incomplete, but that was a backwards pass.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
And that would have been a play that Kendrick could have really kind of
used to rejuvenate their whole entire team.
And the referee with the Odell Beckham right there catching the ball on the way back in.
He was more impressed with himself on that one than knowing that there was a
backwards pass.
Oh, my goodness.
3rd down and 12 right here for Eddie White.
Very interesting to watch Kendrick do some defensive changes because, what we've seen to begin with is definitely not the case.
So, pro right set with a pistol backfield, power back set to the right. There's the snap. Lead give, trying to stretch it to the corner. And he's going to turn the corner, cut it back at, going to be down at about the 10-yard line. That's going to be a 30-yard carry for number 4 right there. Corey Orr.
Looks like a possible flag on the play.
The yellow rain is falling at Hines Ward Field here.
It is.
And they will back him up on the holding call right there. And we will repeat 3rd down in this Clayton County Middle School Championship game. And we have a timeout for Eddie White right here.
Eddie White, their first charge timeout of the half.
Timeout, around 4:14 to go here in the second quarter. Now, you know, if you're Eddie White right here, you just got to limit the penalties. You've had 2 explosive plays on this drive, both of them called back on penalties. You know, keep running what you do. You know, keep running your offense. You don't have to do anything special. I don't care what the down and distance is. You've ripped off 36 and 30-yard gains on this drive, and you have nothing to show for it right now. So the ball will be at their own 48 right here, and that should be 3rd down and about 22. Or, as the scoreboard says in the stadium, 3rd and 26. And I tell you what, the DJ is ripping it out. I feel like I need to go to the skating rink. All right, so here comes Eddie White on 3rd down in Spalding, because that's where they got to get to for the first down. Tight end set to the left, gun backfield. Flanker left, split in right. There's the snap, give off the left side of number 2. And he's going to turn the corner, and he is going to run fast to the end zone, give him 6 for number 2 right there, Lucius Murray on the touchdown. 48 yards in a hurry. And Eddie White takes a 24-0 lead and cashes in on the short kickoff on the safety. And they'll line up again to go for 2 right here. And, you know, didn't try to do anything special, just ran.
Well, it comes down with special teams as well.
Yeah, I mean, and right now you can see, you know, the speed from the skill players for Eddie White. That was just.
That's what I was, yeah.
That was
That was the first impression I got early on.
It was 3rd down and 26 right there, and they ran weak side stretch and just got a nice block on the, you know, the safety support coming up, and then turned the corner, and that was it. And
I mean, hearing them yell out field goal.
I heard that.
You did too on that part.
I heard that.
Let's
Should
give
be,
it a shot here.
I like it. So with it 24-0, Eddie White's going to bring in the field goal or extra point team. And here we go. They're going to put this thing down on the ground. I like it. They're going to have to hurry this thing up right here. There's the snap. There's the kick. And the kick is.
I would say no good.
Didn't look like it got.
I appreciate the
inside
referees.
the-
They're running the 3-man crew.
Yeah.
Look at your voice.
Yeah.
It is awesome to listen to you talk when you get
I
back
got-
up football. You're like, yeah.
I got a story about that. You know,
Nobody was underneath the goalpost.
No.
None.
My man, Coach Collins, lost his mind at Central Macon. We lined up to kick a 52-yard field goal with no intention of kicking a 52-yard field goal. We were going to line up and shift and see if we could get them to jump off sides.
Okay.
So we lined up. Quarterback's the holder, so he goes, you know, such and such, 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 shift. And when he says shift, all the linemen run over to polecat on the left-hand side. Well, the left defensive end for the team we were playing jumped and grabbed the end man on our line of scrimmage like he was trying to beat a block.
Okay.
No flags fly, no nothing. They
Oh.
jumped back on the thing. We have to call a timeout. The reason they didn't call it was because the crew was all back waiting for the kick. There was nobody on the line of scrimmage.
No.
Absolutely.
No. No.
Ball returned right there by the Comets. They'll take over 1st and 10 right here. Ball will be at the 24-yard line, I believe.
What's your favorite mascot? What do you like? I mean, out of all the mascots out there, we got the Comets.
Yes, we do.
You know, I've known two different Comets. I know the Kendrick Comets, and I know
South
South Gwinnett,
Gwinnett.
and that's the only reason and I know that. And they really treat it like the Dallas Cowboys.
You know,
there for a little bit, that's how Kendrick was, but they went more back to the Comets.
I like say, I think that
You like animals or human beings?
both.
Jennifer just laughing at me. She like, what? You like animals and human beings? I'm glad to hear that, man. Favorite animal? Mascot?
Wildcat, man.
You like the Wildcats? Okay.
Come on now.
I didn't know if you were going to say Yellow Jackets.
I'm just talking about these are things where I played. Of course,
okay.
the Yellow Jackets are up there, Falcons, all that. But I didn't get to represent those teams.
No, but you represent the Wildcats.
Absolutely.
On that part. What? From a human perspective, you like the Pirates?
I do like the Pirates. I think I like the Vikings more. And
Okay.
from just an outside thing looking in, one of the things that I've always liked, I thought it was cool that when I was growing up, I always thought the Purple Hurricanes were
out of
cool.
Cartersville.
And
Yeah.
there's like 3 or 4 of them in the state, but I never understood why the Hurricane had to be purple.
Did you ever get an answer?
No.
Okay, well, we'll investigate. I'll put my sleuth out there, a.k.a. Sleuth Colbert, and she'll figure that out for us here.
Kendrick, 2nd and 11, inside give. Couple yards right there. Going to get it down to about 3rd down and 9 right here.
So talk to me a little bit about, when we look at this here and we look at this little instant replay action, what with this stutter step by this linebacker, this running back, how much is that an issue right now?
Well, this is one of those things we talk about it. He's trying
Is it a delay?
I don't think it's a delay. I think he's trying to find a place where it's going to be just backyard open.
Okay.
And we talk about it from a spread game when we're when we've had quarterbacks that are new to our spread system,
right?
And they want to throw the football when the guy is open.
Okay.
So it's not like when that guy sticks his foot in the ground, you got to let the ball fly and have a little faith. False start right there on 3rd and 9, and we're going to look at 3rd and 14 right here. But a lot of the stuff is just, right now, Eddie White has everybody on the team. Literally, there's one guy sitting outside, and everybody else is in the tackle box.
Yeah, and it's because of that. To me, it comes back to the offense that's being ran.
Compressed formation.
You don't spread. But you're a spread person on that part. Albert's listening to us, by the way.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I didn't have it over there on. But it's one of those ones that, if that's the case, get it to somebody and just, tight end pop pass it. Give it something.
You got to get somebody in space. An athlete in space is what, you always want. Scratch where it itches.
Right.
So 3rd and 14, here comes a sweep to the right.
Finally getting to the outside, but nothing there.
But see, that's the other thing.
Goodness gracious.
You've got a corner sitting out there waiting. And that's a really hard
right
block.
here, look at it. Okay. Nice setup. She stayed with the end zone angle, so it's always nice. Number 1 tries to lead the block. Where do you cut up? Right there? There.
You have to cut it up.
And 12 just did not do that at that point.
You have to try to cut it up, because there's a guy in force. And by in force, I mean he is out there getting ready to make sure you can't get to the edge. So you can't just keep running to the sideline. You have to stick your foot in the ground and get up the field. Now, it's 4th and 21 right here. And we just saw a bad punt snap. It's 24-0. I'm wondering, does Eddie White come after the punt right here, or do they, we've seen the
punt return and the
we've
speed.
seen their explosiveness.
Right. Do you want to set something up?
Do you just pin everybody at the line of scrimmage
and just let it run?
And then,
now you got me interested. So, of what actually is going to happen.
No, when I coached, the last time I coached in Clayton County, and for those last few years, if you punted against us, you took your punter's life into your own hands, because in 2011 we blocked 27 punts.
I know, but you came after them.
But we had a great system, and I'm not going to divulge that system in case I ever get a chance to use it again. But we had a great system, and I used to just die laughing because I'd hear these code words go out. And I just start giggling, and people would be like, what's so funny? I was like, this punt's never getting off.
No, they're coming after him. And it would just be and you had to be, as a filmer back then on my end, is you weren't – you stayed.
Oh, yeah.
You knew that thing was going to be blocked. Let's just everybody sit tight and see what happens.
It was to the point where when we played in the state championship game, Tucker wouldn't bring their punt team on the field. They would leave them on the sideline and run them on late so we couldn't set up the block.
Quarterback to the outside and trying to get set up here.
Punt's formation right here.
They're all just standing up, licking their chops, and he moves again.
And right now, this is one of those things where it just snowballs on
It
you.
is. I mean, we're talking an avalanche at this point, being 24-0, minute 40 to go here in the first half of play down at Terra Stadium, Heinz Ward Field. I'm Bo McMichael with Craig Chapman, bringing you the Score 58 Championship Tuesday action. Hey, if you're just sitting there having dinner at 6:30 in the afternoon, just sit back and enjoy us, man. We got at least 2 more quarters of action here for middle school football in Clayton County.
I think it's kind of cool that the middle school championship game is the first week of the actual Georgia high school playoffs.
It's awesome. On that part, I would agree.
Oh, they're throwing
Look
this
at
thing.
that. They're going to have to call a flag.
I don't know if they will or not.
And, of course, you got to love that it freezes on the action here.
So
it's just part of everything.
Intercepted at the 27-yard line.
And what are they going to say?
Now, I don't know what just happened unless they ran it all the way back for a touchdown. It looks like that may be the case since the ball is at the 3 right here.
We apologize. That's good old-fashioned technology in its finest sometimes.
So unless they deem that a punt formation, then there's, certain rules that apply.
That you can tackle the
well, because you're blocking that guy, they try to, there's not going to be a pass interference call, but, I don't really know what else you could have done right there.
It would have made it different.
Yeah, 2 tight ends, strong pistol set. Quarterback's going to sweep to the right. Nice job right there on the edge.
2-point conversion will be no good.
Nice play right there by number 6 for the Comets.
All right, so 90
Antonio Arnold.
Nice. 90 seconds remaining here in the half. What are you telling your team, coach, in this situation? What are you telling the Kendrick Comets here at halftime, down 30-0?
Well, the same thing happened to us last year, and what I told our guys at halftime was, look, it got away from us, and you have to make a choice right now. Do you come out here and play like the team that made it to the championship game, or, do we come out here and just, watch the clock run till the end of the game? It's one of those things where, I think that, anybody that plays in a championship game has some character to their team. You don't get there. There's not
you don't. I mean,
there's not a free pass. So
you have to play the games to get to where you're at.
I'm pretty certain that there's going to be some pride involved in this, and they're going to want to come out and finish this thing off the right way, no matter what the score is. You don't play the score. You just keep playing the game.
And do the things that you need to get yourself where you're at.
There's a little pooch, and it rolls by, and uh-oh. I am so glad he got on that football.
I did, because they would have scored.
They would have.
They would have picked that ball up again. And did you see that in the NFL the other day where the team returned the onside kick for a touchdown? Oh, that was good memories. I think one of our comments on the old Facebook is that just don't look at the scoreboard. See if we can get them to turn off the scoreboard, and just be able to make that on that part. And this will be Kendrick's final timeout of the first half.
Minute 27 here to go in the second quarter. 30-0. Eddie White in what has really been a dominant performance so far. And, I'm not really certain of what the middle school rules are.
From a running clock perspective?
From a running clock perspective.
I think he gets in within 4. We'll notice it the moment they come out here for the second half. I think the nicest thing is you want to play the game. You want to get the 2 quarters in. You got 16 minutes left to go after this halftime, and you get there. You earned the right to be here. Let me ask you a question. Did they just stop it when it was 55-10 and San Francisco was beating Denver back in the day in the Super Bowl?
No, they did not.
No, you play no matter what.
I remember coming out last year, and I think the score at halftime was 30-0, maybe 35-0.
Oh, we all had that misery on that part.
And I was walking out, and the referee came up to me, and I said, "Don't you even ask that question. I do not want the clock to run. We're going to play this thing."
And we're going to see what happens on that part. That's the nicest thing about it is that, some of the greatest games I can remember is ones when, hey, I got a first down halfway through the fourth quarter one time. I was more excited than I had ever been in my entire life.
I can remember my freshman year in high school when we ran an option, and we actually ran it the correct way against Mount Zion, and we rode the dive, pulled it out, pitch key showed up, we pitched it. It was blocked perfectly and took that joker to the house. And I remember thinking,
I could do
that's
this
what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah.
And I was excited about it. Somebody was like, "Why were you so excited?" It was 40-0. I was like, because it was right.
Yeah, we finally did something that actually works. It's always nice in that situation. They look like they're going to go ahead and knee it down here. They get the ball back the first half. In the second half.
There's the inside give.
They're just all
There's
feet to
no
feet.
way.
There's no room.
There's no way to block that without just wedge blocking everybody inside. And if you have the horses to do that, we're going back Westside Macon 2002, Westside Macon 2003. Old McEachern teams.
Where they just went
where they were
foot
bigger, foot to foot, big, butt to butt, cheek to cheek, and in those instances, the teams that they were playing, they were bad matchups for. Maybe teams were built on speed and not size,
and not power, right?
Yeah, and so those are the kind of things. Styles make fights. So got that unbalanced look to the left right here. Clock continues to run under a minute. There's the snap. There's the give to the wing and nothing.
No, they're just pinning their head because you know what they're doing. They're running the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, there is no tomfoolery in the place. No
hijinks.
No hijinks.
Or has our announcing partner would say, no shenanigans.
There's definitely no shenanigans. It's one of those ones, if that's what you're doing, then you're finding a gap and you're just blowing it up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll come back to you at the start of the second half here. I'm Bo McMichael with Craig Chapman here on the Score 58 Network. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be back here at the start of the second half. Clayton County Championship. We'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, coming back after halftime, 30-0. And we're going to see what actually is going to play out here on the Score 58 Network. We're at the championship down at Terra Stadium. I'm Bo McMichael with Craig Chapman. Craig, how you doing today, sir?
I am absolutely wonderful.
Well, buddy,
I
always wondered if I ask you eventually you'll change and go, nah, hey, man, it has been a one heck of a day.
No, I mean, you know.
Can you hit the beep button right now? Just hit a beep just a couple times.
No, the funny thing is that, you know, normally, like I've had conversations with Adam a lot about when things start to go bad. you used to get all frustrated and stuff.
Right.
And then I started realizing that, you know, after those, there were some situations where there were bad things that, you know, normally they were offset by a really nice, you know, stretch of good things happening. So you just had to weather that storm and not let it get you all in your feels and all, as we would say, flustered.
I understand.
So today when I got the call that I had to go get a tire, I was like, all right, let's do it. And so, you know, I didn't get to help Coach Weiser hand out uniforms.
For basketball?
For basketball. We got pictures tomorrow.
Okay.
So I realistically don't know what I'm supposed to wear for pictures.
Well, I would say clothes would be the first thing that I would go with.
They definitely would like that because
that
would be horrible.
I mean, you could just be a whistle.
Nope.
All right.
Nope.
Nothing. You're not going with that, man.
I am not.
All right. We'll settle for something else here. Start of the third quarter. Let's get started here on the Score 58 Network. I'm Bo McMichael. This is the championship game, Eddie White versus Kendrick. It was all Eddie White here in the first half. Give us a rundown real quick, Craig. You're my statistician. You love taking stats, so tell me what's happened so far.
When I got here a little late, but
you did.
There was a 30-yard touchdown run and a 2-point conversion, followed by a safety, and then about another 30, 35-yard touchdown run where the 2-point conversion failed, and that closed out the scoring in the first quarter at 16-0. The second quarter scoring had a bad snap on a punt that led to a safety. On the ensuing drive, there was a 48-yard touchdown run on 3rd and 26 to increase the lead to 24-0 as the conversion failed on that when they tried to kick the extra point that time. And then there was a 27-yard interception return for a touchdown. Conversion also failed, and that gives us to our 30-0 score right here as we start the second quarter.
All right. Well, we don't call him the savant of stats for no reason at all other than he's my savant. All right, gentlemen, ladies, children of all ages, the question is, what is Kendrick going to do here in the second half?
Going to do
the exact same thing?
Well, they are. That's probably what they've done all year. I haven't not been able to see them, but.
Have you ever coached the type of offense like this?
No. I will say this, that, you know, I think it's kind of a from the wing tee, maybe closer to a little single wing under center kind of look, but nothing really with the way they have the back set and things like that. So, yeah, the answer would be the closest thing I've ever done to that is
when you ran wing tee.
Wing tee this year.
Yeah.
So, but it's the wing tee that we run is 1,000 times different than what we're seeing. But that goes with, you know, this is you're coaching in a middle school, and, you know, Kendrick, who does Kendrick feed into now? Is it still Riverdale?
A little bit of Jonesboro, a little bit of Riverdale.
So
I mean, they got a couple of players up there that I'm dying to see on the defensive side. If I'm number 6, if I'm a coach, I'm finding Alvin Turner, number 64, and he's going to be my defensive tackle for the next 4 years.
There you go.
He has done nothing but show that he can get some penetration and
nice
pull
cutback
off.
right there.
Look at that. And they finally found
look
something.
At that. Give him a gain of about 7 right there. A little inside give.
Yeah, watch this up on the instant replay right now. What did you think of it? And what we've been talking about it, can they find the hole?
Well, they're a little bit deeper set right here, and it's more downhill, not sideways.
But boom, he cuts it back to the right.
And he gets a cutback. Nice seal block. You know, nice job of caving down the right side of the line of scrimmage right there, giving him the cutback, and then, you know, able to put some positive yards on the board right there. So give him about 7. It's going to be 3rd and about 4 or 5 right here.
I'll tell you one thing, that's a victory. They haven't had a first down. So this is it's 3rd down and 5. They can get another first down here.
There you go.
You start building on something.
And that's what you want to do right now. Same play, different result.
Henry VIII, I am.
Yes.
I got married to the widow next door.
Well,
She was married 7 times before.
And everyone was a Henry.
Henry
And so, you know, one of the things about this from a standpoint, if, you know, you've been running this offense the whole year, and you've gotten to the point where you're in a championship game. And, you know, do they still play 6 games, Bo?
Well, in this situation, there have been a lot of COVID piece. The goal is always 6 games plus 2. They can play a total of 8.
Yeah.
That did not happen for either one of these teams.
Okay.
That's why we're playing in November. They had to push the season a little bit longer to get makeup games done. They had 2 weeks of makeup games.
Well, I appreciate the fact that they didn't just say we're going to play and then we're going to be done. That they
I think some of those coaches be throwing some elbows, giving the rock bottoms, man. Because I mean, they were trying to decide who's going to be in the playoffs, how everything was going to play out, and they wanted to give everybody that equal opportunity. Mainly because you go 2 years stagnant of not having a season, you could really damage a middle school program.
You can damage a whole county, because if you look at what happened around the state with people not being able to realistically lift and practice in the spring and the summer, the way things were. We got a little shotgun look right here.
It's the first time we've seen this.
I like this now.
I'm just getting ready to hit the record button, see what happens.
So shotgun look right here. There's a snap, drop. We're going to throw this thing out. Almost tipped and caught, almost intercepted.
Well, I mean, you look at it in both ways. You say almost interception. I kind of look at it as, could this have been a tip and run?
Oh, that would have been great.
Oh, it would. It would have been nice. It's going to be a changeover on down. This is what they wanted to run.
So they're going to try to throw this. Looks like they tried to run a little.
And bottom line is, what it's showing is that they don't pass a lot because you got 2 receivers in the same area. So it's one of those, what you deal with in that situation. First down at 10 for Eddie Weiss. The first time they've had the ball here in the second half. It looks like it is a running clock. Okay. I've noticed that when I looked over there. I was like, looks like it is a running clock.
There comes motion. There's the snap. Quarterback's going to keep it. Turn the corner right here. Okay. Nice. 25-20. Going to be tackled at about the 17-yard line.
All right. From a coach's perspective, what do you like about this? Let's just look at this from an instant replay perspective. From a quarterback, knowing you being a former quarterback.
Well, you're playing 11 on 11, so now you get the first block right there.
Number 8.
And you should have had 2 blocks, and they've got it matched up numbers-wise. So that's always something. You've got 2 guys blocked, and the guy that makes the tackle comes from the backside, and that's Oscar Gutierrez. But, you know, it's always nice to run something where you're a +1, which means that we've got numbers.
I've been a +1 a couple times in my life. I have. So.
But,
I did not know you like Smarties, so that's good to know. I'm going to have to mic you up. You start there. We'll put another headphones on you here in a minute. We get to the 4th quarter. And that's Jennifer Colbert working our production, dealing with me. And at this point, we got a great crew at Terra Stadium.
Inside give right here.
Wow.
And that's going to be a touchdown right there. Number 4 for Eddie White. We got whistles blowing. Might be a flag. Yeah. Corey Orr on the carry.
Let's see if you can find the hold. All right, come on, man. This will be fun. This will be like, where is Waldo with the hold?
I'm not calling out.
Where do you think the hold?
Right there.
Oh, up top?
No, it was the it looked like when the running back came through the ISO, the linebacker, he had his hands wrapped around the backside. So
it just means he likes him. He's just trying to be friends with him. That's all.
Man, if I tell you what, if you went back and watched probably 45% of the snaps, maybe 50% of the snaps against our defense this year, and you watched it from just a tight version on the offensive line,
right?
The amount of times that somebody just grabbed somebody around the neck and tackled them is unbelievable. Gun look for Eddie White. Going to throw a quick screen out here. Flag flies again. Splits the defenders. Going to carry it down to the 18-yard line. Looks like there may be an illegal shift right there. Pass was caught by number 1, Timothy Sims. Or they called looked like he said illegal formation.
Oh, he was rolling down the river. That's what he was. I mean, he was proud marrying it right there. That's what he was doing.
So it stays first down, and now be first down and about
Come on, Matthew.
25.
I want to yell at my producer on site and just stay at this angle. That 30. We got two cameras on the 30-yard line, and I'm like, oh, just stay right there at the angle. Don't go back to the scoreboard. Don't go to the 50-yard line. Stay at this angle. It's a good angle.
Tight end left. Pistol strong backfield. There's a snap. Give off the left side. Number
Takes
18 is turning
right there
the
to the
corner
house
and just explodes down the left sideline for a touchdown.
All right, question. Poor defense.
I mean, they've just got them.
No, our good offense. And so I'm just going to ask that question. Let's just take a look. They're not. There looks like another flag on the play, so they're going to call holding. Let's let Whitecap check. Oh, illegal holding.
And that was Jacoby Beasley on the
All right, so
run.
Can you get the hold? Right there, the number 4.
I mean, that's the only one I can guess.
And he just got to get the hands inside.
Yeah.
Hands inside. Goodness gracious.
Same formation. First down now in Spalding County.
Outside they go.
Beasley again, 30,
Oh.
20. Cuts it back to the 15, 10, 5, scores. That was a heck of a move right there.
Wow.
I mean, Beasley on the cutback run left 2 people
Right here.
looking for laundry right
All
there.
3 of them, man.
And then did the job of getting it out. All right, so no flags.
Finally, no flags.
So we have a touchdown. It's 36-0 on the run from Beasley. And he's got to be tired because he's just ran 75 yards on 2 plays to get 6 points.
If I was around my producer on site, I'd give her a high five. Her ability to cut to those 3 different things to
That
give
was
that,
really
that was
good.
nice. She did a good job on that one. Just took her 2 quarters. You know.
Hey, be nice.
I'm sorry. my
There's
bad.
the snap. There's the kick. And it is
It is good. Do you think the Whitecaps just sitting there watching it go through? That's his job.
There was another referee behind it, but I never saw him turn his head.
He definitely didn't turn his head, man. Definitely didn't turn his head.
Question for you: did you watch the end of Monday Night Football last night?
The answer is no. I was sucking my thumb. I was tired. I'm an old man. I was returning soup to the deli, and I did not. Unfortunately, I did not. And it was. What did you think about the? I'm going to ask it because
the officiating was brutal.
Well, no, but I'm just going to ask about the flagrant call. Okay, I mean the taunting. Was it to me? It was taunting.
Hey,
but what did you think about the ref giving the butt?
You know, realistically, when I was, I had gotten a text message from a student of mine that asked if I had gotten his report. He had laid it on my desk during practice, and I was like, yeah. And I'd look down, and the next thing I saw was the flag, and everybody going crazy. When I saw the replay, I never even picked up on the referee until everybody else started talking
later
about
on. That's the only time I picked it up. Oh, they taking it on. Oh, right down there on the 29-yard line, and that's where they'll take over. 37-0 here in the third quarter. I will agree with you on that part. You know, the one thing that it would have been very interesting, and Peyton and Eli did not do a broadcast because they only can do a broadcast. That's what they're signed up, so they did not do their broadcast last night. It would have been very interesting to hear what they had to say about the ref kind of giving the hip check.
Eli would have gotten in trouble again.
Oh, I know. He already been apologizing to the rest of them. So they got the Madden curse going for them right now. So Leon Alpo's representing here on Facebook. Hope number 71's doing well out down there in Pike County. I enjoyed always playing with the Raging Cajun. Here, first down and 10, balls on the 29. Kendrick got the ball.
There's the snap. Inside give, and I guess we got a false start.
They're just working on their skill.
Absolutely.
Their skill set.
Somebody needs to.
On November 30th, there's a possibility they're going to have a flag football state playoffs here at Terre.
Oh, really?
Oh, we're going to definitely stream that.
That would be cool.
Yes. I'm looking forward to that myself.
Absolutely cool. So, first down and 15 right here. Ball be placed with the nose touching the 25-yard line. clock runs at 43 seconds left.
Could be
here.
the last play of the third quarter.
Probably will be. 4 solid to the left. There's the snap. Give on the sweep. Going to turn the corner.
All the way down, first down of the game.
And that's Gutierrez on the 16-yard run and a first down.
All right, so help me out here. What did they do differently? Or is Eddie White playing everybody?
I think
Eddie White doesn't have a lot of folks, so it's not like they're playing everybody.
I think there's some different people on there, but they really got a nice surge on the left-hand side right there. Pinned everybody down. And that will be the last play of the third quarter.
And just like that, we'll have a little station identification. We'll be right back. This is Bo McMichael and Craig Chapman here on the Score 58 Network.
The place to be for quality broadcast for you to see. They deliver prime coverage like Amazon. No matter what day of the week you see them on, you don't need to double check. The truth is clearer than air. Treat it like a viral video and share. There's no comparison, no equal to mention. You can see for yourself. Let it have your attention. From the beginning, you'll see what you would have hated to miss. And the recapable moment, so keep dropping the hits. Turn up the volume, grab your favorite seat. So sit back right now and enjoy what's on screen. 58 live in the building. Best crew out there filming. 58 live in the building.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, back here in the start of the fourth quarter, 8 minutes on the clock. We've got the Kendrick Comets taking on the Eddie White Wolves. Eddie White located down in Lovejoy, panhandle of Clayton County, where Kendrick is off a 138 in 1941. Should be a very, I always go from a quarter to quarter. So, and the old idea of a boxing, who won the third quarter? I mean, Eddie White scored their touchdown, but I mean, how would you feel like that it went down in the third quarter?
I mean, you know, by getting a first down, that is a win for Kendrick at this point.
So you're that one of those judges. Okay, I just want to make sure I knew that.
But, you know, it's still the same thing. You give up points, and that's all everybody's going to see.
No, that's what they're looking at. And right now it's 0-0, start of the fourth quarter.
And there's a sweep to
the
the right.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Tackle made by number 1 again. And Timothy Sims has made a ton of tackles in about the same spot.
But between Neal and Turner, those are some big boys on the right-hand side of the line.
Yes, there are, and they just switched their entire front and defense. Everybody – it looked like there was a line change in hockey right there.
Listen to you. Everybody jumped over the wall and came back.
I mean, I looked up and the entire team changed.
Second down and 13.
And they just sent somebody off the field for no knee pads.
It was icing. They were doing something with icing at this point. So here we go. Second down and 13.
Same play. Nice stiff arm right there. Got him to the outside. He cuts back at the 40,
he
35-30.
Came back.
There it is, all the way down the sideline. Nice run right there by number 2. That's Johnny Miles.
Oh, Johnny, great play on his end.
I hope I said that right.
Janie or Johnny? You want to go Johnny?
I'm going to go Johnny.
J-A-N-I. What you going to say, Jennifer? And look here, she just pointed at me. What's the flag?
It's going to be against
Eddie White?
Yes. They're going to move it down half the distance right here. It'll be first down.
Unsportsmanlike contact.
So the ball is going to be at it'll be first and 10 from about the 12.
Yeah, 12, 11-yard line. Looks like I'm going to say Kendrick's going to call a timeout.
They are.
They're going to make sure they make the proper call. Glad everybody could join us here. And just like that, because they're inside that, we're going to venture into the Score 58 red zone. Please look forward to join us here on NFSH this Friday evening. We'll be doing a orange zone. Any team that jumps up into the game will be given up-to-date, play-by-play, score-by-score. Should be a lot of fun. The nice thing is, Score 58 only has 26 football games, compared to last week's at 54. So I'll take that.
Well, you know,
Maybe I can go to the movies, see Internals, Venom on a doubleheader. Just send Jennifer up there, and she can take care of that. That'd be good.
I believe the look that you just got right there answered your question.
No, I can imagine. I'm at the movies. Call me back a little bit later.
She looked at you and she said,
No.
there will be none of that nonsense.
No tomfoolery at that point.
So 1st and 10 right here for the Comets at the 12-yard line. And they are looking to get on the scoreboard here in this Clayton County Championship game.
Terra Stadium, Jonesboro, Georgia.
There's an inside give.
Okay, what I like and the intensity that Eddie White's bringing.
I mean, this is one of those things where, you know, you've gotten to this point in the season and
you're going to finish it.
You're going,
okay.
you don't want them to score. That's the whole thing.
That's really it. That's really it when it comes down to it. You know, it's the baseball player in you. No runs. Let alone no hits, but I mean no runs. You can get more upset when you're beating a team, you know, at a certain level, and you're like, we don't want them to score
ever.
No,
I mean that's a horrible thing to think. But I'm sitting there on Sunday going, you know, it's 24-6. Don't back off.
No,
And
well,
then-
listen to you, 24-6.
Then we backed off.
Hey, be quiet, be nice.
Oh,
They won.
I'm happy.
I am too. We'll play the Cowboys. Look at you. She's going to leave. You need to leave now. Just grab your bag.
I
get
didn't
out
say
the door.
anything. My bad.
No, you're fine.
They moved.
Oh, he was ready. He got in the what we call the yoga pose of the downward dog right there. He was like,
I see. If I was on the sideline, I'd be yelling that they simulated the snap.
and that's why he jumped up.
Yeah, that guy moved in front of him, and that's a simulation of the snap. And they would tell me, "Be quiet, coach. You're wrong." I heard that a bunch.
And it's so hard that, and I'll talk a little Atlanta Falcons football because we're here in the fourth quarter with 5 minutes remaining. The two teams I dislike the most in this world, they're playing them back to back. They play the Saints and the Cowboys, and you know it's one of those. If we went 2-0 against both those teams and we lost the rest of our games,
You'd be happy?
I'm okay. I'm okay. I you know, and maybe that's why I'm a Falcons fan and yada yada yada. But you know, I mean, hey.
Second down right here in about 16.
Oh,
You're
Lord.
You're okay.
Because he went backwards?
Yeah. You can reset.
Yeah, man, he was a Matrix. And did you see the
Now,
Matrix
I'm
move?
thinking that they're going to call a penalty.
He's in
right
the military. He's got an ROTC scholarship. Number 6 is trying to just learn about Army crawling right now. That's all he is. Eddie White is doing their best to make sure nobody scores at this point. 22-yard line, third down and forever.
Yeah. I think he just told somebody to go off the field for Kendrick.
I would say the person at Army crawled.
But that wasn't for Kendrick.
Oh, I'm sorry. I get the.
He looked in the huddle and
Apologize,
told
man.
somebody to go off the field. I was like, that's not nice.
Well, it could be blood on the uniform.
No.
I'd say
We're
third
gonna
down
have-
and 18. What you going to say? Third down and what? Another timeout for Kendrick. Kendrick's trying to find a way to put 7 on the board in some form or fashion here.
Third down and 20, according to the scoreboard at Terra Stadium.
It is a timeout here. We do appreciate it. We had an opportunity to stream the last 2 games here for Clayton County, the semifinals last week, and we get this opportunity here. And it's just great going into the high school playoff. Looks like we got some Lovejoy coaches in the background right there.
It does.
And we do because we see the Wildcat piece, so they're representing. That's always nice on that sense. How important it is on your end, how it is, apologize, my wonderful grammar. How important is it for the high school coaches to be involved in the middle school program?
I think it's the only way that you can get to the point you want to be as a high school program. If your middle school knows that your high school coaches care, and that was one of the things, like when we were at, it's really nice now at Pike because, everybody's running the same thing.
Right.
Everybody's using the same language.
I mean, and I understand from when you were at another high school, meaning Lovejoy,
Yeah.
they didn't necessarily run the same thing at your
No,
place.
and it didn't. But those kids knew where they stood because they were always involved with everything we did.
Right.
And that was one of the things that Coach Hughes did a really good job of, making sure everybody in the community knew.
Have the middle school games and stuff like that.
Ooh. I mean, right back up the middle.
When you say right back up the middle, I'm going to let you watch that here for a second.
Is that number 35 that just comes through right here and makes this hit? Because it looks like they have an opening and then it immediately goes in reverse. Boom.
Good tackle.
It was number 6. 35 got in late.
4th down. Add another 4 yards on to the
I think number 8 was the first person to get there.
I didn't even look, and I said 4 yards, and boom, it was 3. That's not too bad.
That's a good job right there, IU.
Yeah, I mean, I can pick out raccoons as mailboxes all the time. It's good times. Good times.
But what can you see coyotes? That's
No,
all I want to know.
Even Jennifer laughs on that one. People, if we could tell you stories about me in the back of a minivan while Adam Collins is driving to us to Denver. That's all I can say. Goodness gracious.
Shotgun look right here for the comments. There's a snap. Going to throw it, fade down the field, and that ball's going to be picked off.
Oh.
And he'll be tackled in the end zone. It should be a touchback.
It will be. Go back to the 20.
Pass is intercepted by number 3. That's Jalen Williams. And 2:25 and counting here.
All right, so from
in the fourth quarter.
So from a middle school perspective, okay, what are you hoping to have, happen in the sense of, okay, going into the next level, taking this from it and going, okay, hey, we're going to do this, and going into the high school level?
Well, the first thing I would love to have happen if I was the head coach of one of these schools that they feed into was as soon as my season was over. So if I'm Lovejoy and Eddie White's going to, feed into me,
right,
then, as soon as my season is over, whether I win this weekend, win 5 more weekends, whatever happens, as soon as that happens, as soon as that thing turns around, then I really want to make sure that I get them involved as quickly as I can. And there's the snap. And they're going to throw the quick screen out here, and it's caught by number 13, and he's going to be down the sideline. And it's going to be marked out of bounds, at about the 27-yard line. Well, now he's walking back up. So that's obviously – they're going to mark him out at the 22. Okay.
All right, so talk to me a little bit about it. Do you have a player of the game?
Well, right now, I mean, if you look at it on defense, number 1 for Eddie White was everywhere. And then on offense, number 18, I got to find him right now. Jacoby Beasley had the 2 long runs, one in the first quarter and one in the third quarter.
Right.
The defensive front, that front, it's hard to say front 7, more like front.
Oh, goodness.
And he'll fall on it right there at the 7 as the clock rolls under 25 seconds here in the fourth quarter.
And with that, we will stay for the trophy presentation. So we're not going to go off the air right now. We will stay with the trophy presentation. They will do that. Looks like a timeout's going to nope, they're going to run it down and do a handshake. So with that in mind, we want to congratulate the Eddie White High School, Middle School.
There you go.
Wolfpack.
Uh-oh. You got to get him, Coach. You can't run away from him. You got to let him have it.
Well, it's been – look at and the bad part is you want to look at this. This is the slow motion part here. They're like, and it's too high. We'll just dump it right here. They need to get the old Carson piece to it so they can get that. So just like that, congratulations. 2000. Oh, he got the water bottle still on top of his head. That's not bad. 2021 middle school champions here at Terra Stadium, Heinz Ward Field.
What's the field house name?
Oh, Scott Warner Field House. Scott Warner Field House.
And
Congratulations to Eddie White and the Wolfpacks. Get to put their name in and get their trophy celebration-wise. Thank you all for joining us here tonight. We look forward to a 2022 season. Thank you for my crew here at Terra Stadium. Score 58 Network was able to bring this game to you. Congratulations to Eddie White. Hey, congratulations, most importantly, to Kendrick.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes two teams to play a championship game, hands down. And hats off to both teams being there. Would have loved to see a little bit more competitive nature. But, hey, I also like to see wins in that situation. So, with no further ado, they're going to go ahead and hand off the trophy and get that information and get that stuff settled here with the Clayton County. We'll let the sounds take it away, and we'll be quiet.
Championship trophy. Your Clayton County Middle School champion, Eddie White. Whoa.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and that concludes our broadcast here tonight. I'm Bo McMichael with Craig Chapman and the whole Score 58 Network family here bringing you the championship in Clayton County. Take care of yourselves. Hang in there. Be safe. We'll see you this Friday. And if you want to watch some swimming, join in with us on Thursday. Take care and good night.
Live is the best in the business. Check out our live cast. You could be a witness. Whether swing of the bat or a strikeout at home plate, no missing the action. There ain't no wait. The commentary keep you valiant. Laughs and analysis of the competition, posting offline statuses. 58 live touches down, it's a score. In the red zone, tackle 7 more. You know it's a slam dunk. It's a shooting to score. You know the outcome, no defending.